ստորագրելով այդ փաստաթուղթը
By signing that document, he should have said that Armenia's participation is currently impossible, taking into consideration the tense situation on our borders. Of course, he didn't need to say that you didn't help us, or, as one young man said, act like an offended young man. Armenia didn't need to act like an offended young man. But yes, today, the country is in need. Take a look at the people who have been sent to protect the market and bakery in Almaty and the people who are defending Armenia's borders.
Շուկան եւ հացի փուռը պաշտպանելու Ալմաթայի եւ ովքեր են սահմանները
If there are 100 people, send them to protect the borders of Shorzha today and bring the 18-year-olds back. You send these 18-year-olds to be massacred, but when the time comes for the so-called peacekeeping mission and when there is a way to make money, you send these people? That's not the way it works. Nikol Pashinyan needed to fulfill his obligations since I don't expect him to do anything more. Meaning he had to do the least he could do. You know, there is the following principle. To fight against evil, the least one can do is not participate in the evil. Yes, I find that that was evil. That is, sending troops to Kazakhstan was a way of exerting pressure on the peace-loving movement of the Kazakh people for taking their destiny into their own hands. Regardless of the fact that robbers, Islamists and thugs appeared in the lather. There are always such people when there is a pan-national movement. Today I read that 10,000 people have been arrested. Does anybody seriously believe that there were 10,000 terrorists in Kazakhstan? There are not even that many terrorists in Syria. The Kurdistan Workers' Party, or the PKK, which has been fighting in Turkey for 30 to 40 years, or 50 years, it has been fighting since 1985, so for 30 to 35 years, and the Turks consider the members of the PKK terrorists. It has never had more than 5,000 to 6,000 fighters on the enormous territory of Western Armenia, which is more than 100,000 square kilometers. So, how is it that 10,000 people have already been arrested? And actually, not all of the terrorists have been arrested, meaning there are 20,000. Where are those terrorists from? There can't be thousands of terrorists. We have seen terrorists in, say, Europe or Islamic countries, but they are in groups of a few dozens. And there can't even be larger groups because if there are larger groups, it will be impossible to prevent the outflow of information. Terrorism implies the committal of a secret act with the purpose of terrorizing or creating a state of fear. The aim of the demonstrators was not to create a state of fear. At the outset, those people were asking why the price of gas had gone up, and then they were asking Nazarbayev why the authorities were plundering the country. Consequently, this was unequivocally an Oriental-style revolution. Why Oriental-style revolution? It is because the reactions of people in the East are more heated. And unlike the West, where the police hit the people, but the people are certain that it is because the reactions of people in the East are more heated. And unlike the West, where the police hit the people, but the people are certain that the police are law-abiding and enforce the law, in the East, when the police hit the people, they say that the police are corrupt scoundrels and that they also need to hit the police. This is why we see these clashes. It is because there is no respect for the law enforcement system. And there are objective reasons for this. However, even in this case, we saw that the Kazakh army and police took the people's side and brought troops from abroad. This is a very bad precedent in that sense. And the Secretary of the Security Council of Armenia said that if the same situation takes place in Armenia, the Kazakhs will come and help us. And since they didn't come to help us when there were border-related issues, by same situation we understand internal turmoil. If the people stand up and tell Nikol Pashinyan, you know Nikol, enough is enough, get up and leave, in that case, the Kazakhs and Russians will be brought to massacre us. These people, that is, the authorities, are already talking about this openly.
Բաժանորդագրվեք Ազգային-Ժողովրդավարական Բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։